So today in class we learned about chapter 2, and basically in chapter 2 it's about understanding syntax, and we want to make a statement, and our first statement is creating an alert. Coding is fun. So I just copy that and paste it into my previous code like I did over here. And then when we go back to the PDF, we want this over here. We want to program and print a message 300 times into our web. So if I just copy this and paste it, let's not fix the scope because it's breaking. So over here, we want this to run 300 times into our web page. So let me give you an example. So if I press file and save and open our web, let's see if it works. There it printed coding is fun 300 times. So let me just explain the code. Let me explain the code and then we can move on. So over here by the alert, the first line is a commented out alert statement. If uncommented, this line will display an alert box with a message "Good day world," and then we've got the for loop over here. So basically over here the next block is for loop that runs 300 times inside the loop document. Over here document.write, it is used to write coding is fun to the document each time the loop it iterates, and then when we just I explained this now, so when we go back into our web we can basically see it did print out 300 times coding is fun. And then moving on, we want to create a string into our console. So let me give an example. Like, let me just see. I'm just going to create an example because we learned this in class. So let's just say, like I said, we want to create a code in our console. So let's just say console.log and Let's say Katie said Monday was a long day. Why is it doing that? And just add a semicolon at the end. Let's just see if this will run into the console. The then Katie said Monday was a long day, and then I'm going to explain the debugger. Hmm. And I'm going to put the break at line 3 and press I, and then I'm going to go to watch, and then I is already inputted. So, and then I want to what's the word again? I think this is short run. So let me just remove that. Type in I, press enter. Because I already did it before, it won't work. So let me just try with R. So if I go to washers and press R, no, okay, so I'm just going to stick with I then. It's the only one we did. I think my thing won't run, and I don't know why, but basically over here, when I press I, this is the breakpoint over here. Number 3 is the breakpoint, and it runs. And if I press, I think this is oops, can't remember the word, but when I press this button, it will count how many times I press I think. Let me just see. Wait, plus steps over and it moves line by line. So I think it counts I line by line, which will give us 300. But if I press this button continuously, it will count how many times line by line I is in the code. That's how I understand it. And that is what we learned in chapter 2.